Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Gwent, and today we're going to be playing the new Battle Rush seasonal event, which is an alternate game mode in which we have just 8 seconds to take our turn and 15 seconds to choose our cards in between rounds. That is extremely fast, so we've got to play something quick, but I think I have just the deck. Let's give it a look. So today we're going to be playing a Scoia'Tael hybrid deck of sorts, in that it is partially a movement deck, partially a harmony deck. We'll be using the Call of Harmony leader ability for that reason. That way we can spawn in another harmony unit. So the idea of this deck is we want to have something that is very simple to play. That way we don't have to think very much on our turn, and we don't need to click very much on our turn. So that way, even if we only have a little bit of time to take our turns, we still should be able to succeed. So I'll flip through the deck here to show you what we have, and like I said, combination of harmony and movement for the most part, in addition to some generally big cards like Yrden and Ciri Dash. This one I'm interested to see, will people have a quick enough answer to get rid of her, or can we sneak this past them and manage to get an extra card? Then we have cards like Roach and Knickers, just to get more strength out there without actually having to play any cards directly from her hand. And as always, I'll leave the deck list and deck link in the description, so if you want to try out this deck for yourself, then you have everything you need right there. So there's a look at the deck, and like I said, very simple, just a combination of harmony, so playing a bunch of different types of Scoia'Tael units, and then movement, which gives us a nice source of passive damage and boosting that doesn't require that we make any clicks. The toughest thing we need to do is probably just decide whether we're going to go all out on harmony, all out on movement, or somewhere in between in any given round. But once we've done that, we should be doing great. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so going ahead, Skellige here, and we'll go first. Let's get rid of Roach. And we could get rid of Spores as well, because we have Yrden. Let's do that. Gezras, I think we'll definitely take that. Yeah, let's settle for this. Okay, and if we're feeling bold here, let's go Ciri first. And we'll see if they have a way of dealing with her. Okay, they're going to go with self-damage and try to take us out by damaging Blue Boy. Okay, fortunately, I don't think they quite enough time. No! Just barely enough time to get rid of Ciri. I was gonna say, use the tactic to prevent that from happening, but, not quite this time around, unfortunately. Let's destroy Blue Boy before they do some clever healing to do that stuff again. And when he gets destroyed, he does not deal damage back to us. Okay, this is looking Lippy-like all of a sudden, which I did not see coming. Let's go with, damage here. Okay, now they're gonna damage themselves and damage us. On Knickers? How dare you? Alright, let's set up the movement, because we actually did not have much in the way of harmony in our hand that time. Okay, Savage Bear is good, but better later on, I would think. Okay, let's go double Dryad Matron. I do like that, and then maybe boost Train Talk just to split our boosts a bit between melee and range row. Okay, what are they banishing? One of the matrons? Sure. Now let's go with the Dol Blathana Sentry. That'll be another thing that boosts our moving units. And that gets out Knickers as well. Okay, they'll pass. That means we take round 1. We did have to play one more card than them, so we will likely dry pass in round 2. But we'll maintain last say in round 3. Okay, and I like more harmonies. That looks good. And more units to trigger that harmony, so I think we can live with this. And we will dry pass, given how we're down a card here. And they'll get another Savage Bear out, so yeah, that does work well. So they take round 2 here. But that's all still according to plan. Okay, more harmony, more movement, and resetting. I don't think that's necessary with Yrden, especially when we have last say with Yrden. So Hawker Smuggler, that could work. We'll stick with that. Okay. Amateur Quartermaster could do some self-damage with that. They've used all their leader ability charges, so that might be the idea, getting him down early. Let's go Percival first. He's their strongest harmony. Snowdrop. Yeah, this is starting to look very Lippy-like. Do you even have time to do that? Apparently you do. That's impressive. Well done. Now let's go Hawker Smuggler. Start boosting our hand, and give Percival a little bit of a boost. Okay, now here's Saris. And normally you would play Saris in, what, round 1, and then get to replay her? And trigger another round of Shield Maidens using Lippy. So we might have messed them up enough here. Let's get you down. And we don't have a great target for poison. I mean, I guess it's Snowdrop, just because at the moment she's the biggest. Now, Berna. Okay, and again, looking very Lippy-like. Yeah. Morkvarg, Cursiche Skirmisher. Okay, let's get rid of you. And here is Lippy. Okay, as expected. Here's the deck flip. That gives them Roach back. Knickers eventually, in all likelihood as well. Let's go finish out our harmonies here, including our leader ability. Ideally, we want to have time to put this in the range row. We do. That's great. Okay, Oneiromancy, do they have time to do this? It takes a long time to go through all the animations. Oh no. Okay, they're banishing something. Probably Percival. Yeah, the biggest unit, so it does make sense, but at the same time, we had other things that were going to be big coming out soon, so I think we're fine with that. Let's set up the movement now. Okay, little bit of damage. Not sure that's going to be a huge deal, especially any order ability is so tough. Now it's Gezras time. So we love that they played their Heat Wave, because that means that Gezras presumably is relatively safe here. Okay, and now let's get Cat Witcher out there as well. And they use the order ability. Do they have time for other stuff? They have the location, but then they gotta pick a card. So this is the kind of thing where you gotta be very careful in this seasonal event. There are a lot of damage units. That is gonna be big. But we were looking for something to reset here. So that may mean the melee row will be it. Well, then again, I'm not entirely sure about that. Because we are dealing damage to that melee row with Gezras. Okay, it's Igni. Uh-oh. Oh no, we have 2 11 straight cards. Ah, their timing. Their timing was good. We are tied right now, but we still had a card to play, so they know that we won it. And they forfeit. Okay, so we'll go against Scoia'Tael here. And we'll go first. And let's get rid of Roach. And otherwise, this is looking pretty good for Harmony stuff. So I think we keep this. And let's say, go with, maybe we can get greedy here. Try going Ciri Dash first. See if we have enough time to get this card drawn before they do something to take her out. Yeah, they're going to Oneiromancy, probably to try to find a way to stop this. Yeah, they'll Heat Wave it. Which, I mean, to get rid of the Heat Wave is not a bad thing. Oh, they missed the target because they presumably ran out of time. Okay, that's huge. So that's the thing. Any card that requires that you fish through your deck to play things or just generally click a bunch of stuff, you may not have time to actually execute. And so if you have something unconfirmed at the end of your turn, it will randomly select the target. So presumably, of course, they wanted to banish Ciri, but their turn ended, and therefore they could not actually target her. So that's absolutely humongous. Let us move you, because you only do stuff in the melee row. Okay, now you're going to try to get rid of Ciri, but it's too late. It's not going to be enough. Looks like they're going to be dwarves here. Let's go with... Do we have enough to destroy them with poison? I think we do. Right? Because we have poison here as well? Yeah. There's the Ciri draw. Okay, Novigradian Justice. They, of course, have dwarves out there. So this will get the extra bonus. And that is a good play here. It's enough for them to pass us, but we still have our tactic. So not too worried, not to mention, can also do that. So I think we'll save the tactic for now. Assuming they will play another card here. Okay, Nature's Rebuke to destroy something. Okay, well, granted, card that we could have potentially tried to save if we had used the tactic. They're going to use their leader ability. But I don't think that's going to be enough here. Let's go Saskia. And then let's go... Actually go for the boosting rather than the damage. And we're going to try to target something. This tactic. Okay, we did have time. I deliberately just went for what looked like the smallest unit. So we have a pretty big lead here. They're going to play a defender. I think we might pass here. Because that means we have at least one card advantage. If not more, depending on just how much they can do here. Yeah. Let's pass. They're going to go, oh, Resilience. Clever move. Okay, and I believe that will be just enough for them here. They're tied, but then if they pass, they will still get the boost here. So it's just enough. Okay, we'd love to have something that's big enough to pass them with one card. Catwitcher can sort of do that. Half-Elf Hunter actually can as well, so I think we're good here. Do a last-minute switch and get Crow's Eye, which doesn't really help us at all. Oh, they're playing. What? Why would you do that? Okay, let's go Half-Elf Hunter, and then let's go with our leader ability as well, just to make sure that we pass them in one play here. Otherwise, they're going to pass next turn. Okay, now they're going to move some stuff around. That shouldn't matter much. Might mean we go with our Smuggler next. That will be enough here to keep a lead. Okay, more Resilience. That seems like that might be the whole theme behind their deck. We do, of course, have Geralt, so we could destroy this Berserker in here if necessary. Let's... we'll save our movement. Yeah, we'll go with Geralt, just in case. There's only one target there. Technically, our turn had ended, so we didn't get to choose, but wasn't any chance of that backfiring on us. But yeah, we might not have had any targets for Geralt in a future round, so felt like, let's seize that opportunity. Now, dear Massey, they messed up last time because they didn't have enough time to actually target the card they wanted to target with it. We're going to see something similar here. They're going to boost a unit in their hand. So some carryover value. But, I think we play one more card here, just in case. In which case, let's make it a Dwarf Berserker. That will trigger some harmonies. And it's just going to hit Zoltan's armor. But I'm expecting they're going to want to pass very soon. That's largely the reason why I did that. Yep. Still not enough. And if we're feeling clever, we could pass. But I think we play it safe here, because we still have card advantage. So let's go with... Let's just do it. A Crow's Eye, if it will let us do a Crow's Eye. Okay, there we go. Didn't target anything, or at least wasn't letting me target anything, even relatively early on. So a little bit concerned there. But yeah, there's no way they can catch us for 11 points there. So we still keep a 2-card advantage. For a second there, if we were greedy, we could have tried to go for 3-card advantage. Okay, so at this point, we'd like to focus on movement probably, because we don't have a ton of harmony. So let's get rid of you. And more movement. Okay, great. And, well, harmony. So in that case, let's at least start with harmony, I guess. Okay. Now they're doing a ton of boosts in their hand. Remember, they did some of that in round 2, so something's going to be very big there. Let's get out the movement set up. And they just forfeit. They had a big card there, but with us having an extra card to play, they knew they weren't going to be able to pass us. Okay, so going against Skellige here, and we'll go first. And let's get rid of Knickers, and let's get rid of Crow's Eye. A little bit of a risk, but we'll try. And I think we'll stick with this. And we go first. Let's get our harmony down here. Usually a decent way to start. Okay. On-crate the Longship. Do we have a means to destroy that? We could if we wanted to. Maybe we do that. Partially just to get harmony down there as well. Maybe we can boost that. Keep it around. Okay. More damage. So let's delete some of it. Okay, more damage. What are they going to get from their deck? Okay, I was expecting another Longship, and I think I prefer this. We have a pretty sizable lead at the moment. But let's go with you. And damage the Abomination. Do not damage that. So now we have all our harmonies out, and Knickers as well. Roach obviously came out earlier too. Okay, yeah, this is the combo they were looking to pull off. Okay, and now let's get Saskia down here. And we'll go a more boosting rather than damaging route, because I don't want to hit this. Okay, now they've got a defender down there. We have a pretty sizable lead. To the point where I'd be tempted to pass here. Get greedy and try going for one more. No, I think we pass. I'm assuming it will take them more than one card to catch up to us here. Marjoram is a lot, but not quite enough. So they do have to play another card here. So they'll be down 2 cards, which hopefully means that even if they drive past in round 2, that'll still work reasonably well for us. Okay, so presumably we're looking for a throwaway card here, and I think the Smuggler could work, assuming that our opponent does dry pass. So I think we stick with this. And they do pass. So yeah, let's play the Smuggler. That way we get a couple of boosts in. Heading into round 3. Works reasonably well for us. We take round 2, and we still keep last say in round 3 because we gained a 2-card advantage in round 1. And Spores, I think when we have Yrden, is not all that necessary, so let's dump you. Another Harmony is not bad. We might stick with this, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, and let us ideally get some of that Harmony down. Maybe we'll set up the movement instead, because normally we would go with the Elven Harmony units because they don't deal any damage, so they work well when you're going first. But on this occasion, we had ones that either poison or damage or move units, which doesn't work as well. And now they're going to play a non-unit, so that doesn't really help us in that regard. But, alright, maybe we just play one of our Harmony units anyway. I'm deliberately going to try to load up on the range row so that Gezras can boost our units. Oh, and then I forgot, of course. Play Percival first. Not only is he our best Harmony unit, but he also does not do any of the other things that affect the other units out there, so all the more reason to play him first. And we would love to get rid of this, although I'm not really sure we can. We'll probably just end up resetting it with Yrden. Yeah, self-damage works well. Okay, so we can scare you a bit by making you think we're going to poison it out of existence, even though we know we don't have another source of poison, but they don't know that. And, again, it doesn't actually matter much how much we boost this, because presumably that's where the Yrden's going to go. Yeah, that's also going to get pretty big, assuming that you do that, but technically not boosted, so not much we can do to undo that. Let's get the movement set up now, and we should also have done this first, technically. Okay, more Raging Pairs, I assume same idea here, they're going to damage that. But if they're focusing on the boosts in that row, then that works fine for us. Okay, Olaf, more very tall units. They're out of damage, although technically we did put some damage out on the playing field, so that might help them a little bit. But there's Gezras, that should be a difference maker. Let's see if they have a Yrden to reset our range row. More Svalbard Priests. Okay, now this is the way they're going to self-damage. So now they're going to tempt us into trying to reset the melee row. But I have to imagine range is still going to be the way to go, especially because Gezras is going to be dealing a lot of damage to that melee row, even if they boost themselves or heal. Okay, they're going to banish probably Gezras, although Percival at this stage, you could argue, is perhaps even more worthwhile. Let's go with the Dwarf Berserker, which means that that will trigger the Harmonies, and we still have enough movement going on here that we still have some long-term value. Now, it's Yrden versus whatever they have. A Yrden against us would hurt a lot. Okay, Irish Shade. Okay, on the Dragon Turtle. And, well, we were saving this for this purpose. And that is absolutely enough to win here. Okay, so go get Scoia'Tael here. Movement Scoia'Tael, no less. Okay, so let's get rid of Knickers here. And other than that, we have some Harmony. Maybe we get rid of one of our Half-Elf Hunters. Saskia gives us more harmony. Okay, I think that works. But I do like starting off with Ciri Dash, just to kind of keep them on their back foot here. They immediately need to come up with an answer. And, well, they have some damage, but I don't necessarily think that is the answer. So let's get Harmony out there. And I'm going to assume they don't have 4 damage at the ready. Although they could theoretically use their leader ability. More Dwarf Berserkers. Okay. If they don't move Ciri around with their leader ability, which they are going to do. Okay. Yep. Alright, you got me. Except they did have their leader ability active at the end of their turn, so they probably unintentionally hit that Elven Deadeye. Let's damage you. Except it gave me the wrong target, because our turn had technically ended. Okay, Cataclysm. Oh. Didn't see that one coming. I was generally going to load up in the range road anyway, so sure. Let's go with Saskia. And let's go with the elf. The extra damage. That gets Knickers out. No, Knickers! Don't go into the Cataclysm row. Okay, now, oh, clever. Okay, getting rid of one of our engines there. Now, I mean, we could return the favor a bit here, but let's go Weeping Willow first, just because that's a Harmony unit, so we want to get you down before we play the other Scoia'Tael units. More Red Haze? Okay, that time we don't care much about that card you just destroyed, so we'll take it. Now, I think we go with the Berserker. Put you in the middle, just to continue to have something to be that target for your Red Hazes. I mean, you played 2 of them at this point, so it's not going to happen, but... Okay, Mantlet for additional armor. I mean, it's a little late for that. Okay, and we're going to go Cat Witcher here. And then we're just going to give some boosts with the tactic, because this is probably the last card we want to play. And we have a big enough lead here that I'm very much expecting for them to pass this turn, especially given how they played the Mantlet in the range row. Yeah, maybe could have even passed at the end of our previous turn. That means we take round 1. Okay, we got our Geralts, we got a Dwarf Berserker, and we got some movement, a little bit of Harmony. It's a little bit all over the place, to be brutally honest with you. Okay, a little more Harmony. That probably is best. I think we are still going to dry pass, though. So let's do that. And they're going to use Dwarven Skirmisher to win by 1 in round 2. Clever play. Okay, some more Harmony, although the same type. Some more movements, and Hawker Smuggler to trigger some of that Harmony. Let's get rid of... Well, this gives us 2 poisons, so I think that's probably fine. Let's actually leave this as is. Saber-Tooth Tiger would be concerning, except... They've already used their movement, which means it's going to be tough for them to stop us from doing this. As long as we have time to put this in the range row, we do. Nice. Okay, now traps does perhaps complicate things a bit. We do, of course, want to play the Hawker Smuggler in the melee row, so I think this will just be our sacrificial lamb, because this was probably going to take it out by the Saber-Tooth Tiger anyway, and so it'll, in this case, just be bait for the incinerating trap. Matza. Okay. What are we going to draw into here? Possibly one of our special cards. Yeah, Crow's Eye. Okay. I would love if we could poison and destroy the Saber-Tooth Tiger, but let's instead do that to Matza. Okay, more traps. But we will still get the deployability down. So I think what we do here is we play our other Dryad, get rid of Matza, and then possibly lose this card here. And it's relatively low provision cost, so not the end of the world. Okay, more Saber-Tooth Tiger, switching back to artifact form. No surprises there. More traps. Oh, yeah. They're going all out traps here. And, I mean, if we use a special card that is potentially a little bit dangerous, but let's go for it. It is exactly the card that I was thinking it might be. Yup. Trap that destroys one of our units when we play a special card. I mean, it was going to happen eventually. Just a matter of when. Okay, now they're going to barricade? I'm sure, I guess. Alright, now we set up the movement. Let's do this first. Okay, you're gonna lock and move something. Probably, yeah, the Matron. In that case, we could deliberately play Gezras here. Obviously, you'd ideally put him in the other row to start off with, but that keeps our Matron safe for a little while longer from the Saber-Tooth Tiger. Okay, more traps. I think it's the Dol Blathana Sentry next. It may get destroyed. I'm guessing this is probably an incinerating trap. No, it isn't. Okay, it might be 2 damage to everyone in a row, in which case it's gonna hurt in our range row. Okay, there, Gezras. We can reset a row. There's nothing yet that has 9 strength. That means Geralt of Rivia doesn't do much here, but I think we probably play him. Yeah, it is 2 damage to everyone in a row. Let's play you, because I think we want to optimize Geralt Yrden. So, no targets there, but we'll put you in the range row, so you'll get boosted by Gezras. Okay, and then they have Scoia'Tael, which is just going to boost one of their cards. Not a huge deal. In fact, that may mean that we're looking to reset their melee row. I think we actually are. And that means we got a comfortable win here. The traps were not enough to stop us. Okay, so we're going against Nilfgaard here. And we'll go first. Let's get rid of Roach. And other than that, we have a couple of the half-elf hunters who might want to dump one of those then. Dol Blathana Sentry sets up more movement. We do have some of that going on here. Not a ton, though. I think we'll settle for it, though. And this is Nilfgaard. So they probably have an answer to this, but we'll try going Ciri dash first here. See if we can catch him off guard. Yeah, and they do. Just seeing if they were up for the challenge. They're all warmed up. I mean, we get a Dol Blathana Sentry, which is not a bad thing per se. Get a half-elf hunter out there. Okay, Mata. Really? Okay. Going for a long round one then, it would seem. Now, do we have enough poisons? I'm not sure we do to actually remove anything, but we're looking to get the harmony going anyway, so we'll hit you. Okay, now they're gonna get rid of the half-elf hunter, it looks like. Was one of our harmony engines, so that is unfortunate. Let's get the Hawker Smuggler down there now. Okay, O'Neill Mace here. They can have time. We'll see. They get to choose the target they want. Looks like they're looking for the Smuggler. And they do get it. Okay. So now we're probably in movement territory. So let's go Dryad Matron. But I'll tell you the truth, our only movement unit is Gezras, which we may not necessarily be looking to play in round 1, depending on if it's necessary. Oh no. Mill? You milled Knickers! How could you? Okay, that means we want to keep this round very short. Let's go Dwarf Berserker. Let's use our tactic. And then that's probably the last thing we want to do. Okay. Artorias Vigo probably going to be creating a Kingslayer here. Or at least trying to. Yeah, they're mill. So we want to keep this as short as possible. And we have... Ooh, that hurts. We have a decent advantage here at the moment. On even cards, so gonna act on the assumption that they would need to play at least 2 cards to catch up to us. Okay, that is good. Summon the top unit from our deck. Fortunately, all the units that would be bad to get summoned, we have in our hand right now, but then they're gonna use their leader ability if they got Crow's Eye, or at least they tried to do it, but it takes so long to do all that stuff. In such a short turn, it just randomly selected something, even though I'm sure they would have preferred a Gezras. Then Roderick... I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Cantarella gives us a little bit more strength. Then they play a card from our deck again, Mill. But I still don't think it's going to be enough here. So, in theory, we have a big card advantage. for, well, it's not even going to happen because they forfeit here. They went many cards down just trying to find some way to win round 1, but they couldn't do it. So there's a look at a hybrid Harmony/Movement Scoia'Tael deck for the new Battle Rush seasonal event. If you liked the video, then make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment down below to let me know which other cards, archetypes, and factions you'd like us to use next. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.